Hey guys, and welcome to a new video. So Valve have now fixed the glitch that had pretty much killed the whole entire TF2 economy. I know I'm a little bit late to this one, not my proudest moment ever. I would have preferred to have it out yesterday, the day before when it actually happened. But this weekend was so mentally and physically draining and exhausting, I literally could not sit up and make a video as much as I wanted to. But we're here now, we're still making the video, so that's all that counts. So for those of you who have no idea what I'm talking about, basically Valve messed something up when it came to adding the brand new Summer 2019 crate, which basically meant that some specific crates had a 100% unusual drop rate. Which basically means that pretty much everybody could unbox an unusual if they had one of these crates. And considering some people had saved up these crates for years for no reason because they were just cheap and they just had them, people unboxed a lot of unusuals. So much so that some of the cheapest unusuals were selling for £3 on the Steam market. Some even going for as little as 15 cents, I think some went for, which was stupid. Obviously not many, but there were still some. And this game-breaking bug happened for about 12 hours before Valve did anything about it. And now that's 12 hours of constant unusuals being unboxed. So you can kind of imagine at that point, hopes weren't really high for anything to be done about this glitch at all. I had a thought at one point maybe this is how Valve was going to kill the game, so they could just give everybody all the items they want and then leave and announce, oh yeah, we're not fixing this anymore. But luckily they haven't done that yet. So what Valve have done with these unusuals is instead done what most people said should have happened. They have marked each and every single one of these unusuals as non-marketable, non-tradable, non-craftable, or anything like that. So you do get to keep unusuals that you paid for, that you've unboxed, that you've just managed to get, but you can't do anything with them in terms of trading them away or selling them or anything like that. And honestly, that was probably the best thing Valve could have done. I wouldn't have wanted to see all of these unusuals be deleted because some people spent quite a lot of money on it while they are exploiting a bug. It's still money that they've spent, and then for Valve to just delete what they've spent money on is actually quite dodgy. And then obviously the people who have bought them not really realizing what's going on, they just thought, oh, an unusual is cheap, I like it, I'll buy it. That type of thing. Like, I wouldn't have wanted to see unusuals get deleted at all, but on this scale, it might have actually been worse to delete them all than it would have been to just keep them. So right now, all of the unusuals that were unboxed in this time have been taken off the community market because they aren't marketable anymore. But it basically means that while things look like they've gone back to the normal price, I don't think the true effect of this happening has been seen yet. And what I mean is, a lot of unusuals have been unboxed, right? And a lot of them are Disco Beatdown unusuals, some first-gen unusuals have been unboxed as well. So what about when somebody who has a normal one of these hats just tries to sell theirs? Obviously not everybody is going to have one, but quite a few more people than normal will have the hat that they're trying to sell. For example, my Hong Kong Kona Brotherhood of Arms are both Disco Beatdown, and they got unboxed a lot, and people were able to buy them for £15. Which I guess in a way is saying that a potential customer of an item I am trying to sell would no longer be a potential customer because they would have exploited the glitch and bought their dream hat or the hat they wanted to buy and keep for a much lower price so they don't have to fork out whatever it's actually worth that I would be selling it for. So if I was actively trying to sell these unusuals at the time, I would have been massively screwed over. Now, I'm quite lucky that these two unusuals are ones that I'm planning on pretty much keeping forever, so I'm not really looking to sell them until things get really, really bad financially, if it ever happens. But at the same time, not everyone is happy with the unusuals they have and they're not looking to keep them forever. And a lot of these people will have been screwed over by this glitch because the unusuals they were trying to sell at the time were being mass unboxed and everyone could get them for 1,000,000 times cheaper. I don't know how people have been reacting when they are in that situation, but I know if that was me and I was trying to sell my Hong Kong Kona and saw it go for £15, I would be very, very angry. I think what they've done so far is probably the best thing they could have done, but it still sucks that certain hats won't be as high in demand anymore because a lot of them exist now, or most people who want one have bought one for very little. So while the immediate effects of the market being ruined are gone, I still don't think we've seen the end of some prices being messed up. Also, right now that I'm recording this video and probably uploading it, it is Monday, which means that people at Valve will be back in the office. So there might be more changes being made to unusuals that we just haven't heard about yet. But if there is, I will try and let you know as soon as possible. So, make sure you subscribe to the channel. I mean, I'm not 100% sure that the TF team is going to do anything else about it. They've marked all the unusuals, like what more could you want? But we never know what's going to happen, so subscribe to the channel anyway. So yeah, that's going to do it for the video, guys. Thank you all so much for watching. If you enjoyed, please make sure you leave it a like. Also, like I said, subscribe to the channel to keep up to date with all of these unusuals happening or whatever. If something does happen today, it will probably be a bonus upload or whatever. But yeah, anyway, thank you all so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed it, and I'll see you all next time. Goodbye.